You know what it is? I don't think this is an Arsenal thing. Everyone seems to think this is the Arsenal fan base, and it's hilarious that this happens everywhere. People want Arnie Slot out. People want Thomas Frank out. There's 8 games in, and people are saying they're gone absolutely mad. It happens in every fan base. I think what it is, right, to sum up quickly, and we'll move. I think that when we win, there's a lot of the fans that will go, see, told you. When we lose, there's a lot of fans that go, see, told you. That's just the way it is, man. And we've got to wait till May to see what happens. Every May in the last 5 years, there's a certain side of the fence that don't think he's the right guy that have gone, told you so. And there's the other side of the fence that are going, you're right, but you're going to be wrong next year. And then they'll go, you're right, but you're going to be wrong next year. And we're in another scenario where hopefully we're all wrong. The guys that don't believe that he's going to get it across the line. And then those people that do believe he's going to get along the line, they're going to go, we're here. We're celebrating.
I think the main issue is that there might be extremes on either end. You know, there might be extreme Arteta in, there might be extreme Arteta's out. And
there's people that hate him. There's people that hate him.
Thank you. And there's also
proper pure hate.
I'm saying there's extreme,
calling him arrogant. They're saying it with pure hate in the heart.
There's extreme.
My question to them is, could you one day love Arteta like you love Arsenal?
No, they won't. No, because
if he goes and wins back-to-back Premier League titles and wins the Champions League, are you going to have a picture of him in your room? Like he would Arsene Wenger.
You've got man
and the camera up to yours.
There's man who hate him.
I got hate him
so much.
Picture your room's
man
crazy.
Who love him so much. There's man that would. Do you know what I'm saying? I've heard a man tell me. I had a man tell me they would off Arteta. Yeah, I've had a man tell me they would off Arteta.
But that's just
I've also had a man tell me they would name their child Mikel if Arteta won us the league. Do you get what I'm saying? There's extremists on either end. I think my issue is people who want to die on their agenda. I can't get it, and then it just does my nut.
I don't get that.
I heard so many people talking about he's killed Martinelli. Martinelli's stifled his creativity. Martinelli starts scoring, starts assisting. Go ahead, shit.
But Stricter, you've got to balance
at his
that
best
out
ever season.
He's been shit for 2 years, and he's been good for 5 or 6
games. Had his best ever season.
This is the problem that we're having now.
He said he was shit.
Martinelli,
for 5 games.
Yeah, but Martinelli's come off the bench. He's been great in the Champions League. He's done well this season. He's having a good season on his standard, yeah. But then you've gone on exactly to prove our own point about the league, about everything. He's had 5 good games and this little small bite size. You know, like fucking Martinelli, you're wanking him off left, right, and centre. He's been shit for 2 years, and we do the same thing about the year.
I haven't heard not one person say.
Look, you just go off. You pre-spunk too quick, bro.
The point is that none of those guys who've said Mikel has killed Martinelli's creativity, I've not heard one of those guys remotely even come and say, do you know what? Actually, maybe he hasn't killed it. Maybe he was off form. But the agenda is so real against the manager is that when something bad is happening, it's the manager. When something good is happening, it's the player.
That's football, though. That's football, Stricto, isn't it?
No. I'm football. I'm specifically putting it in here. Like
it's not personal, though. It's not personal, though. It's not personal.
It is personal with some people, though. Some people have a personal agenda against Arteta.
I think it's personal, yeah. And I think, obviously, for the people that are Arteta out, I think they do it a bit too much. But unfortunately, we actually see us who they class as top gooners. For us to be proved right, we actually slightly have to win the league first. We can't really.
But you know what you said earlier? Yeah. Spot on. This team now is growing together. They were kids. We had the young average age of 23 or 24. The Gabriel Jesus season when we fell away and we was 8 points clear and all of that. They were kids. Gabriel's 27 now. He's a man. He's in his prime. He's the oldest player in that squad, really, isn't he?
That team was still good enough to win the league in 23. The team was still good enough in 23, 24.
I don't think they're good enough, man. That team was not good enough. We had Rob Holding when Rob Holding was playing. Where is he playing now? He was starting in our 11. That team was not good enough.
I hear what you're saying, but don't you think if the opportunity arises and you're in it to win it, you've got to see it through?
Yeah,
that's not. By the way, I've got something important to say to you.
That season, we had to play City twice at the back end of the season. The Queen died, and we missed the chance to play them. So we still have to play them twice.
Yeah, I've got something important.
Why are we doing?
We went on to win the treble the year.
I've got something important to say. I remember, Gal, it's really important. I've really got something to say. You know, when you talk about naming you know, like people after manage. Well, by the way, if anyone's interested, my dog's called Theo.
Good boy.
Look, I'll be so real, right? There's a lot of people that do not want to be proved wrong. I genuinely do believe that, right? I do believe that for both sides.
Do you believe that, Dan, though?
No, I do. I do think there's some out there.
No, but you see, Dan, I could know that. I know that you're not like that because I see your match reactions and you say it how it is.
No, but
it's okay to check. It's okay to change. You can change your mind.
Yeah, I agree.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But Dan,
if we finish 10 points off the top this season, then I'm gonna have to say sorry. Like, you know, thanks.
There's a stark difference between the two sides. If I get proven wrong, Arsenal obviously is losing, and I'm gonna be upset. If the other side gets proven wrong, they're gloating that they were right about the manager not being good enough. And
it's something different this season. It's something different.
Someone said to me, we war at the end, and I thought, what war? We're all Arsenal fans.
Yeah, there ain't a war. I don't get this war. Oh, we were right, you were wrong. You go support Tottenham crap. I hate all that, right?
Madness.
No, there's a war. There's a war.
But the thing is, you said it, Gal. You said, "Oh, you will be gloating if he gets sacked." But you'll be gloating to everyone if we win the league, right? I will be.
But you should be happy if we win the league.
Yeah, of course, I'm happy with the league.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
That's wrong with your own
point. But look, if Arteta wins us the first Premier League in 21 years, we should be all praising him. And if he wins us our first Champions League,
one side gets proven right if we don't do well. The other side gets proven right if we do well.
Yeah, but we obviously the same side.
Everyone wants Arsenal to do well. But to me, it seems like in order for some people to get proven right, they almost wish for the team to not do well.
Why? That's wrong.
That's ridiculous.
You can't support the
I've heard people say they want Arsenal to lose every game. I've heard people to say they don't want. I've heard people say they don't want Arteta to get any more money before this transfer window started. I've heard people say they don't want Arteta to get another penny.
Why do they say that? Why do they say that though? Why do they say that?
You're chopping and changing over your own context as a gal to suit your own little narrative going on. Sure. Massively. You are chopping and changing all over the place.
I don't think bro. The reality is, if Arsenal do well, everyone should be happy. But there is a set of people. If Arsenal don't do
everyone
well,
is happy. There is a set of the first 20 minutes of the stream when we all had a chat. Did anyone say anything negative? No, because we were saying how good it was.
There is some truth behind. If Arsenal start doing, Arsenal don't do well, there is a set of fans that are going to be like, I was proven right. This team not good enough.
100%.
Yeah, you got to name names.
There is a set of fans that will glow up and
are they Twitter fans?
On the back.
Yeah, I was just going to say
right.
Yeah.
How can I also fan?
These are Twitter trolls, right? These are Twitter trolls that don't even have a name. Just have the letter D with a picture
of You guys surround yourself I think you don't realize it.
If we win the league, then will the Arteta rats turn around and say, I got it wrong, Arteta is the man? That's the question.
I hope so. I might as well
answer that. Let me tell you something, Dan. You know what I'm going to do when we win the league? I'm going to go the next day to the town hall and get my chest out and enjoy myself when Arsenal win the league. Because at the end of the day, this is me. As far as I'm concerned, the biggest star at Arsenal is Arsenal. Not Mikel, not a player, not any you lot. The club is the star. So all this stuff about, I couldn't care less. I want to win desperately. And this season, I'll repeat what I said.
But how do you see Arsene Wenger, though? You've obviously got like an affection for Arsene Wenger.
I don't actually. But this is not an Arsene Wenger show. We'll talk about it in private, me and you later, if I see you at a game. But let's talk about our point. The point is, I wouldn't be spending thousands of pounds.
But Chelsea fans all love Jose Mourinho, right? Because he won them league titles. So I'm saying,
but I wouldn't be paying thousands of pounds a year if I wanted Arsenal to lose. What's the point of me going to a match?
I'm sure you definitely don't want Arsenal to lose. But I'm saying, like, it seems like fans can't say it that they would be, they would be very happy with Mikel Arteta if he wins the Premier League. That he would show that he's an elite manager. Thank you, Stricto. It would change, but he had to spend $1 billion, but he doesn't do it in the right style playing.
It's obvious the narrative would change, bro. Like, listen, just call it how it is, bro. Like, there's a lot of man who sit on an agenda. Like, like I said, man, them are so scared to get called flip-flop. That is the number one fear of most people on panel shows.
What is a flip-flop?
Flip-flop.
What's a flip-flop? What's a flip-flop? Are you a flip-flop? Are you a flip-flop?
I'm a flip-flop. Yeah, I've been called a flip-flop.
You a flip-floppy gal?
I'm a flip-flop. Because the ability to change my mind based on evidence is a flip-flop.
Yeah, but
People are so scared. And this is why certain people are willing to die on a hill. They don't want to see the change because the idea of like, oh, someone's going to think, oh, I'm changing my mind. So they rather stick to their so-called principle. That's what I'm saying. That this time the Arsenal is doing well. I'm not surprised that panel's getting on and but soon as the moment the shit flips, it's going to be this why I don't trust this manager. Why we allow them to spend
But why would people be saying that though, Stricto? Sorry to cut you there, bro. But why would people be saying that? Because bottling the top four, bottling the title race, and then as the Hunters not being able to catch the pack against Man City and then fucking it up last year. That's why. And Positive Dan said this thing, yeah, and he was like, and he said this early on in the show. It's 8 games in. We're in the top league. I can't understand why Mikel Arteta out. You've used an 8-game bite size and completely negated the 200 or so previous games in which he hadn't delivered anything.
In which he has the best record.
And that's the problem with records and how many trophies? None.
But look, right now,
you go back to your juicy records.
Right now, you would swap.
Our records around the Emirates Stadium. Our records around the Emirates Stadium.
Would you swap Arteta now?
No, they're not.
Would you swap him? Would you swap Arteta for another manager right now?
Trophies around.
You're making my point. You're not Arteta around. But right now,
would you swap Arteta?
Hold on.
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Hold on.
You would swap him.
Hold on, Dan.
When he's built a team in his image over 5 years, he's got top of the league. We've conceded 3 goals in 12 games, but you would want to sack him right now. That's crazy to me.
We're 8 games in. We are 8 games in. This is a silly question because we all know he's not getting sacked now. So it's a massive overinflated hypothetical argument. Like for me to go, oh yeah, I'd sack him now. Yeah, I would.
The reason why
everyone in their fucking nan knows it's not exactly right, but he's had 8 games. We've had 8 games where we're 8 points off winning the top of the league, and he's fucked up. We've seen that. We've been 5 games and been ahead of Spurs for 4th, and he's fucked that up. We are not emotionally charged like you have in the hope. Oh, this is what he's been building for 7 seasons now. What we're saying is, instead of the 8 games in, everything's going rosy and it's all great. We've got 6 years of PTSD, bro. We've got 6 years of evidence.
It would be the most stupid decision to change Arteta now.
15 seconds. Sorry, Stricto. 17, 18 seconds. Sorry, bro.
You know what this is? You know what this is? People are protecting themselves from a possible failure. That's what it is. Aaron, you're one individual who when I see how you speak about Arsenal, it's almost as if you want to protect yourself from having too much faith in this team or too much faith in this manager.
I actually disagree.
Where I personally have full faith in the team, and if I do get hurt, I get hurt. Right now, I'm willing to put myself out there.
Bruv, I've been hurt for 21 years, bruv. Hurt for 21 years.
Hey. That might be true, but at the same time,
it is fucking true.
I deal with it differently than you do.
Of course, and that's why we're different.
Let me just ask you this then, Agal. Do you really think that me, Aaron, and Kenny will be like, shit, we won the league, we're wrong. I'm going off YouTube.
No, but I do think we drop 1 point, you guys are gonna lose your shit. But if we win that same game 3-0, you're gonna say, calm down, it's only October.
What's wrong with having standards?
No, that's not standards, that's just being reactionary.
No, it's not. It's
going for both ways.
Because the same person who's going to tell us chill out, it's October, is going to lose their shit if we drop 1 point in October.
Surely, all the times you've watched.
If we draw on Sunday, people are going to go mad. Let's be real.
I
knew it.
And if we beat Crystal Palace 4-0, and if we beat
Crystal Palace 4-0, are you mad? Are you mad? They will be going mad.
Guys are going to say, "Where's the trophy?"
Arsenal have to win every game. That's
yeah. I don't think they will.
It's been like that for the last since I've been a kid.
No, but I do think there has to be a level. There has to be a level-headedness across the board.
No team wins every game.
I think you're talking about. You want to win every game. That's the aim of football, to win every game.
No. But Ken, in one breath, there's people trying to tell me, calm down. But after every poor performance, they want to lose their head. But after every good performance,
that's a football fan. That's a football fan.
Yeah, you're describing a football fan.
No, it's not.
That's a football fan. You just described a football fan.
There's people on this.
No, that's you.
There's people on this. It's not a football fan. You
This
can't butter your bread both sides.
This is the double standard where I'm getting caught getting.
I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch you do watch along. I'm gonna watch everything you do during the game, in game. I'm gonna write everything down. I swear, we're not calm during the watch along. I'm gonna watch your watch along, and I'm gonna Right, everything, Dan, you said and done.
Bro, don't use me as a sample size, bro.
During the last
Hey, listen,
do you think though?
At the end of the day, yeah. All right, Dan. Back to your question. Yeah, I don't think you're particularly like gonna be vexed if Arsenal. You're gonna be vexed if Arsenal win the league. No, I actually think you're quite flexible. Lee Gunner is not flexible at all. At all. I'll say his name. Don't give a shit. He's not flexible.
I think Gunner,
we had a conversation in here the other day where he was telling me, just to make his point right, that Kieran Tierney, we didn't sign Kieran Tierney injured. Now, Dan, this is why I disagree. You know we signed Kieran Tierney injured, Dan, and you didn't say nothing, Dan.
No. I researched it though.
It was on war.
I researched it. I didn't actually know. I didn't actually genuinely know. So I researched it and it said there weren't.
And then he went on to say, you know what?
Yeah, the hernia
Kieran
or something.
Tierney is not injury prone. Everybody and their mother knows Kieran Tierney is injury prone. Everybody knows. That's probably one of the reasons why he never really succeeded or pushed on at Arsenal. He's injury. We fucking signed a man injured. He had to get surgery. We signed him in August. He didn't make his debut at Arsenal until September. Late September. He had to go and have. He had to go and get a surgery. He had to go and get surgery, hernia. But again, the point was he was trying to stand on the hill of how much he dislikes Arteta and what Arteta's doing, because he's trying to make his point and he's willing to die on that hill. You see stuff like that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Of course they are. So am I. So is he. Whatever. But it gets to the point where put your hand up and say a lot of my opinions are agenda driven. Simple.
Listen, Rob. I'll only speak for myself on that. I don't give a absolute rat's ass who's in charge of Arsenal Football Club or the 11 players that play in it, as long as they lift that Premier League title. I couldn't give a toss what the back of their shirt says or the manager's name. I just want Arsenal to win titles. If it's going to be Mikel Arteta this year, I'll be happy as anyone. If it ain't, go get someone else.
I think that's the thing, Aaron. He's the man in possession. And I think the thing with Arsenal, mate, Dave, you should embrace, whoever is in charge of Arsenal, embrace the pressure. We're the third biggest club in the country. Of course, we have to win. I'm entitled, Dan, positive Dan, strict time. I don't care. I'm not a Portsmouth fan. I don't support Plymouth. I don't support. Sorry, Crystal Palace fans, you won the FA Cup. Well done. Whoa! But I demand success. Yeah, is there anything wrong with me demanding success?
We have to win the Champions League. We've never won it in our history.
I'm not saying you don't, but
what makes you not think when Arsenal lose?
I'm just talking about my experience.
I'm fucking happy about it. Or like,
no, of course you're not.
That's the bit that confuses me.
I'm explaining.
Like Kenny, you might draw this thing, yeah. Like, say, if Arsenal win, everyone's happy. But if Arsenal lose, man like me is happy. And
no, you're not happy. Arsenal, you're not happy. You go back. What I'm trying to say, I'm not asking you to, have anarchy and kick the cat and everything. What basically the situation is that I got no problem holding the manager to the account, because simple reason, he's paid a lot of money, because whether we like it or not, after the club, the two most important people at a football club, and the only people I care about, is the team and the manager. If we lose games, of course I'm going to say, well, I'm going to look at the manager. It's natural. It's not personal.